Reginald Wayne Miller, known to basketball fans around the world simply as Reggie Miller, is one of the most iconic and clutch shooters in NBA history. Born on August 24, 1965, in Riverside, California, Miller's path to greatness was anything but easy. His journey from a physically challenged child to a basketball legend is a story of resilience, relentless work ethic, and remarkable talent. Reggie's early years were marked by a significant physical hurdle. Born with congenital hip deformities, he had difficulty walking properly. For several years of his childhood, he wore leg braces to strengthen and align his legs. Yet, despite this challenging start, Miller's determination began to shine through. Over time, his condition improved, and his legs gained the strength needed to not only walk, but to run, jump, and eventually dominate on the hardwood. Growing up in the competitive and athletic Miller household was another crucial element in his development. One of 5 siblings, Reggie was constantly surrounded by sports and competition. His brother Daryl went on to play professional baseball in Major League Baseball. His sister Tammy starred in collegiate volleyball at Cal State Fullerton. Another brother, Saul Jr., followed a different path, pursuing music and serving in the military. But the sibling who arguably had the greatest impact on Reggie's basketball career was his older sister, Cheryl Miller, a pioneering figure in women's basketball and one of the greatest female athletes in history. Cheryl's own achievements included winning a gold medal at the 1984 Olympics and becoming a respected basketball analyst with Turner Sports. At home, the rivalry between Reggie and Cheryl was legendary. Their fierce one-on-one matchups in the driveway weren't just playful sibling games, they were battles. Cheryl often came out on top, and Reggie has credited those early challenges for shaping his mental toughness and unique playing style. It was in trying to avoid Cheryl's shot blocks that Reggie developed his signature high-arching jump shot. Reggie Miller took his talents to the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, one of the most storied basketball programs in the country. From 1983 to 1987, he played for the Bruins while earning a degree in history. It didn't take long for Miller to make a name for himself. His sophomore year was highlighted by a National Invitation Tournament, NIT, championship in 1985, a title he helped secure with his clutch performances. By the time he was a senior in the 1986-87 season, Miller had grown into a team leader and elite scorer. That season was also notable for being the first in which the three-point line was introduced in college basketball. Miller, always ahead of the curve, embraced the change with open arms, sinking 69 three-pointers that year alone. He earned back-to-back All-Pac 10 honors and helped lead UCLA to both the regular season and conference tournament titles. Among his standout performances was a clutch game winner over Notre Dame on January 24, 1987. Where he hit a 24-foot jumper with just 10 seconds remaining. Perhaps even more jaw-dropping was his 33-point second-half explosion against Louisville, still a school record for most points in a half. Though his collegiate career ended in the second round of the NCAA tournament with a loss to Wyoming, Miller's impact at UCLA was undeniable. He finished his career second only to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, then known as Lou Alcindor, on the Bruins' all-time scoring list. UCLA later honored him by retiring his number 31 jersey in 2013 and inducting him into the Pac-12 Hall of Honor in 2010. In the 1987 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers selected Reggie Miller with the 11th overall pick. The selection was initially unpopular among Indiana fans, many of whom were hoping the team would choose local college star Steve Alford. Donnie Walsh, the Pacers president, even faced boos during the draft announcement. But what followed was one of the greatest careers ever by a player with a single franchise. Wearing number 31, Miller began his career as a backup to veteran shooting guard John Long. It wasn't long before he took over the starting role and began to elevate both his game and the team's status. Miller's offensive explosion came in the 1992-93 season after Chuck Person was traded, clearing the way for Reggie to become the Pacers' primary scorer. That November, he delivered a masterclass performance against the Charlotte Hornets, scoring a career-high 57 points. He shot 16 of 29 from the field, made 4 three-pointers, and went 21 of 23 from the line. That remains the highest single-game scoring total in Pacers NBA history. Reggie Miller's legacy is defined by his clutch performances, particularly against the New York Knicks, a rivalry that reached iconic levels in the 1990s. The 1994 Eastern Conference Finals saw Miller erupt for 25 fourth-quarter points in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden, torching the Knicks and taunting their most famous fan, Spike Lee, in the process. Though the Pacers ultimately lost that series in 7 games, Miller's performance became legend. 1 year later, on May 7, 1995, Reggie made NBA history with his 8 points in 9 seconds heroics in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Knicks. Down by 6 with under 20 seconds to play, Miller hit a 3, stole the inbounds pass, sank another 3 to tie the game, and then made 2 free throws for a shocking 107-105 win. The Pacers went on to win the series in 7 games. The 1998 playoffs brought another unforgettable moment. In the Eastern Conference Finals against Michael Jordan's Bulls, Miller hit a dramatic game-winning three-pointer in Game 4 with just 0.7 seconds remaining. Though the Pacers pushed Chicago to a tough 7-game series, the Bulls prevailed and secured their 6th championship. In 2000, the Pacers finally broke through. Miller and teammate Jalen Rose led the team past Philadelphia and New York to reach the franchise's first NBA Finals appearance. Miller scored 34 points in the decisive Game 6 against the Knicks, including 17 in the fourth quarter. In the finals, the Pacers battled the Los Angeles Lakers and the emerging Shaq-Kobe dynasty. Despite a valiant effort, Indiana fell in 6 games, with Miller averaging 24.3 points per game in the series. As Indiana transitioned into a rebuilding phase, Miller remained a key contributor. He continued to deliver in pressure moments, like his game-winning 3 against the 76ers in the 2001 playoffs, and a jaw-dropping 40-foot bank shot in a double overtime thriller against the Nets in 2002. In the latter part of his career, Reggie willingly took a backseat to rising stars like Jermaine O'Neal, but his impact never waned. O'Neal once famously ended a game after scoring 55 points, just short of Miller's 57-point record, out of respect for the franchise icon. When the infamous Malice at the Palace brawl in Detroit rocked the Pacers' 2004-2005 season, several players were suspended, and Miller, at 39, was forced to shoulder the offensive load once again. He responded by averaging close to 20 points over several weeks, even dropping 39 against the Lakers in one of his final performances. Initially dismissing retirement rumors, Miller finally confirmed his plans to retire in February 2005 during an interview with his sister Cheryl, now a TNT sideline reporter. In April, he passed Jerry West to move into 12th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. On May 19, 2005, Reggie Miller played the final game of his storied 18-year career. He scored 27 points against the Pistons in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. With 15.7 seconds left, Coach Rick Carlisle called a timeout to remove Miller from the game. He received a heartfelt standing ovation from fans, teammates, opponents, and even Pistons coach Larry Brown, a moment so touching it won the 2005 ESPY Award for Best Moment. Reggie Miller retired with career earnings exceeding $105 million and left an indelible mark on the NBA. Over 1,389 games, all with the Pacers, he became synonymous with three-point excellence and clutch shooting. At the time of his retirement, he held the all-time record for most career three-pointers made, 2,560, a record later surpassed by Ray Allen and then Stephen Curry. He also joined the exclusive 50-40-90 Club, an elite group of players who have shot at least 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line in a season. In recognition of his legacy, Miller was ranked the 47th greatest player of all time by The Athletic in their list celebrating the NBA's 75th anniversary. From battling childhood adversity to becoming one of the league's most feared shooters, Reggie Miller's story is a testament to perseverance, passion, and poise under pressure. His legendary performances, fiery personality, and unwavering loyalty to the Indiana Pacers have cemented him as one of the greatest to ever play the game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into basketball's all-time legends.